If you've been around my channel recently, you know that Volumetric is quite goofy and causes all sorts of weird problems such as multi-meter thick armor spots. So I thought it'd be fun to just go around and find some of them, name it pixel hunting or something. So here are a few really ridiculous armor spots in War Thunder. So the first one I have for y'all today is on the US M4 Sherman of all things. I'm sure if you played the US tech tree, you know that this thing effectively has no armor at all. However, if you failed to pay the snail once or twice, and it decides to punish you, you might very well hit an armor spot right here that is 839 millimeters thick. 839 millimeters of armor on a Sherman. That is, shall I remind you, about as thick as the composite armor on some Abrams. But what's particularly funny about this spot is that it says you're hitting it at a flat angle, meaning that the round should actually just, hit it and go through, or at least get deflected upwards slightly. But no, instead it just, acts as if you're sliding down a meter of armor here. Kinda hilarious. The next one I've got for y'all today is on the T-29, a US heavy tank premium at 7.0 BR. If you shoot, honestly, a pretty bad shot, as you can't really pen most of this by itself with the T-29 at a T-29, or say you're using a Tiger, and you happen to hit this very spot right here, there is 1,550 millimeters of armor, i.e. 1.5 meters of armor right here in the bottom of the turret. If you look at how it impacts the tank, it looks as if it hits the thing twice for effectively no reason, doing absolutely nothing to the enemy tank, except maybe scaring the driver just a tad. Honorable mention, though again I would also consider this a miss, is this spot right here, which is 2,047 millimeters on the T-29. This round right here just essentially acts as if the round just kind of disappears, but when the round detonates it takes out the 50 cals, so at least it did something, right? And the next tank I have for y'all today is the 7.7 BR Australian Conqueror. This Australian tank at 7.7 BR is pretty scary, has a 120mm, and it's infamous for its pretty thick armor, but some of the armor spots on this thing are a little wild, honestly. The spot on the Conqueror exceeds 3 meters. That's our new record so far, 3,282 millimeters of armor here, because it is overlapping the turret mantlet here and also the side armor of the turret. I'm sure in real life, and of course people in the comments are gonna be like, but that wouldn't pen in real life, and you're probably right, it probably shatter the shell, but it's kind of funny that it gets up to 3 meters in terms of protection analysis. And as an honorable mention on the Scimitar of all things, we have between 500 and 700 millimeters of armor here, according to the game. According to Volumetric, if you hit the side of this little box here, it just acts as if the round doesn't exist. Be sure to subscribe for more.